Good afternoon, everybody. Chris Bartell here from the Cascade Pacific Council. With today's Wednesday webinar, we're going to be talking about Merit Badge Counselor Renewal, the process for that. It's super simple, just FYI. And we'll get into that in just a few minutes with my cohorts here, Michelle Bauman and Todd McDonald. But first, we're going to give you the latest and greatest news from around the Cascade Pacific Council. But before that, of course, we always have to start off with a safety moment because that's what we do here in scouting. Today's safety moment is all about first aid kits. We want you to be prepared, as always, with a proper first aid kit. I know you know this. You're all scouts and you know how to be prepared. You know you should have a first aid kit, but it's always a great reminder and a great reminder for anyone listening or watching to always have a first aid kit on hand for any kind of activity. And we tell all scouts for any scouting activity or meetings, we should have a first aid kit handy or know where one is, whether it's hiking or camping or you're doing high adventure or summer camp. Even at summer camp, while we're prepared for you at summer camp, you should always have one in camp as well, and always have one in your car, in your office, and of course at home. And they're all different, right? So it's important to have them really at all locations. And if you happen to be at a meeting somewhere, just sort of look around and know where that might be, because you never know when you might need one. And also the last reminder here is just to check your kit today. Make sure you've got proper working material in it, like Band-Aids. So for instance, we discovered in our troop that the Band-Aids were kind of gooey, kind of sticking together, and were pretty much worthless when we took them with us at our last camp out. So time to check all the gear in there, make sure that the Band-Aids, the bandages are good, make sure that the gloves are good, because the gloves can kind of get old and sticky and whatnot. Make sure you have a mask or two in there as well. We all know about that these days. So a N95 mask is really, really great to have inside the first aid kit. And of course, whatever specific essentials there are for the activities that you're doing. So if you're backpacking or hiking, of course, moleskin, huge. I seem to always run out of that. And splints, of course, things like that that are specific to your activities. So there's your friendly reminder and safety moment for today, first aid kits. Okay, let's dive into some of the latest news around the Cascade Pacific Council here. First of all, just want to thank all the volunteers. We want you, scouts out there, to thank your volunteers and the parents who attended the camporees this last weekend. We had more than 2,000 attendees at two amazing, incredible camporees. So please thank the volunteers that you saw there. If you see them anywhere, they put on an incredible experience, and it was such a great way to get back into scouting for realsies. And we just saw everybody out there having just such a fantastic time at Fort Vancouver and at Powerland Heritage Park. It was just great. So super fun to see that. So make sure you thank your volunteers. And we, of course, want to thank you volunteers for all the incredible work you did to put those on. And we just can't thank you enough. Everybody had just such an amazing time, as you can see from these pictures or pictures on Facebook. It's just awesome. Okay, some news items here. First of all, summer camp reservations for Scout BSA for 2023 are now open. If you haven't heard or checked it out, go to cpcbsa.org/reservations, because as I said, they're open for Scouts BSA. So you're going to want to get in there. And before we let the cat out of the bag to everybody else across the United States who's going to want to get into the camp reservations here at our amazing camps here in the CPC. So make sure you talk to your scouts, talk to your parents. Where do you want to go for 2023? And go to the reservations page at cpcbsa.org/reservations for all the dates there. Also, just want to let you know that Horse Trek is now ranch camp this summer once again, and it's because those forest areas that have been closed because of the wildfires, they're still closed, some of them. So we can't actually do Horse Trek. So instead, we are doing ranch camp once again, and it is awesome. How awesome is it? Well, let's just hear about it from Mr. Scott DiPaolo, shall we?
Howdy, folks. Hey, I'm Scott DiPaolo. I'm the head wrangler out here at Butte Creek Scout Ranch. And I'll tell you, the ranch ain't all about riding and roping and doing cowboy stuff. We do some other things out here. Like this summer at ranch camp, we're going to teach you how to fly fish, how to cook over an open fire, and how to find true north by the stars. How to guide yourself when you have no other way to go. And we're hoping that you'll come out and you'll enjoy ranch camp with us. So get on cpcbsa.org, check us out, or just call in to 503-226-3423. You're going to talk to Deanne. She's going to point you in the right direction for getting signed up. Can't wait to see you out here this summer. Make it a great day and happy trails.
Well, sounds like a blast to me. Two opportunities for ranch camp, one in June and one in August. You get all the information at cpcbsa.org/horses. That's cpcbsa.org/horses, where you get all the information there and find out a little bit more about how it works and what kind of things you need to bring and the costs and all of that. So check that out there. Also, speaking of horses, we want to talk about weekend horse rides because they are still available pretty much until we launch summer camp. So you're going to want to get in on this. We have half-day rides, full-day rides available at Butte Creek Scout Ranch. It's open to families, scout units, and youth ages 10 and up. Again, full-day, half-day rides, just great opportunities there. You can find out about that at cpcbsa.org/horses as well. Okay, some upcoming events. These are in chronological order here. And there's a lot of them because we have a lot of great things happening, which is super exciting. Okay. Outdoor Skills Institute. This is happening May 13th through 15th. It is coming up, and not this coming weekend, but next weekend, the weekend after. So you're going to want to get in on this because this is all about adult classes that teach you all about outdoor skills. I mean, we're talking Dutch oven cooking and leave no trace, wilderness first aid, tower climbing, just a whole bunch. Shooting sports, really, really great. There's also the Introduction to Outdoor Leadership Skills, really, really great course there. You can find out more at cpcbsa.org/OSI. This is at Camp Merriweather. Again, it is in May 13th through 15th. So you're going to want to check that out soon because these classes do fill up fast. They are filling up fast. Some of them are full. So you're going to want to dive in and check that out at cpcbsa.org/OSI. And hey, you Cub Scouts, Cub Scout leaders out there, you need to know about Deb's Cub Scout Corner. This is a great opportunity. The fourth Thursday of every month at 7 p.m. via Zoom. Deb Hildebrand, who created amazing materials during COVID, all virtual. It was incredible. She is continuing to do these courses that involve just ideas and skits and songs and all these great things for Cub Scouts. Upcoming here on May 26th, she's got a NOVA program. In June, she's got a How to Recruit for Scouts all summer. In July, it's all about Cub Scout skits. In August, program planning, how to plan an awesome, fantastic Cub Scout program. In September, Cub Scout crafts. So those are some of the things coming down the pipe. You're going to want to check that out. You can go to cpcbsa.org/calendar and find out information about that. Just search for Deb and DEB and it'll pop up. And also check your email because we have links for that in there too. Now for Scouts BSA, we have an opportunity for youth to actually earn some merit badges. These are complete and partial merit badge courses from our friends at Alaska Airlines and from Evergreen Aviation and Space Museum. These fill up fast as well. So you're going to want to check it out at cpcbsa.org/calendar because there are a whole bunch of weekends available. I mean, pretty much throughout the rest of the year. And so last I checked anyway, so you're going to want to check that out. And these are great. So you've got American labor, engineering, aviation, sustainability. Again, great merit badge courses with our experts in the field. And some training here for youth, the National Youth Leadership Training. This is incredible, nationally recognized, well, youth leadership training. That's why we call it NYLT, or National Youth Leadership Training. It is in July and August. It's for Scouts 13 and up. Incredible, nationally recognized training for kids, for Scouts ages 13 and up. Really, really fantastic. All about learning how to become a really great leader. So check that out. Again, multiple courses available in July and August. You can go to cpcbsa.org/NYLT for the information on that. Another training opportunity here for Scouts 14 and up and adults is powder horn training. We're also going to have a webinar on this coming up soon, and really to give you an idea of what this is all about. But basically, it's really about how to create an awesome outdoor program. So this is great for older Scouts and adults to really focus on like, what do I want to do with our scouts and have an awesome program. You'll check that out here at cpcbsa.org/calendar. Search for Powderhorn. You can register there or join us for the webinar, and we'll have more information on why join that awesome event. Okay, speaking of leadership opportunities for adults, we have Wood Badge. This is all about just learning incredible leadership skills that are great for scouting, great for career, and great for your life. You're also going to meet some fantastic scouts, build some great relationships. I see that it is a blast, and I'm going to join in on it too. It is in September at Camp Clark and Butte Creek Scout Ranch. Go to cpcbsa.org/woodbadge for all the information on that. Also want to have you save the dates here, because next Thursday is our monthly roundtables and opening summit meeting. And so the opening summit is all about the latest and greatest news. We give you about a half hour of news updates and whatnot from our volunteer leaders from around the council. Really great sort of business updates and what's happening, things like that. A little bit of a deep dive on those kinds of things. And then, of course, you'll jump into your district roundtable session. So check your email for that. For those of you in the Cascade Pacific Council, check your email for that, because you'll get all the dates and information there. And also from your districts, you get the links and the information for where your roundtable is. Also save the date for national and world jamborees. These are awesome. So in 2023, these are happening. National Jamboree is happening in July. You can get more information at cpcbsa.org/jamboree. World Jamboree is happening in August of 2023. It's at wsj2023.us. And the reason I mention it is because it is a fantastic way for you to meet scouts from all over the nation when it comes to National Jamboree, or all over the world when it comes to World Jamboree. I mean, these are incredible opportunities to have an incredible time. I mean, it has literally every scouting activity you can imagine, just on steroids. It's just incredible at both of these incredible events, and you'll meet scouts from all over the place. Really, really fun to build great relationships and have a blast. Couple quick things here. Scout Shop is having some special deals for Mother's Day. You should pop on by, because there are some specials for Mother's Day all the way through the 8th. And also, you can actually stop by the Scout Shop and get yourself a lovely limited edition pocket patch for only $3. They'll sew it on for you. You can't get it separate. You got to have them sew it on. So it's $3 to have them sew it on. And it's just a great patch. And you can put it right there. I don't have mine on yet, so I need to do that. So anyway, check that out at cpcbsa.org/scout shop. Couple quick things about marketing from a marketing perspective. We have some new tools here to promote your scout unit. One here is a postcard. So it's a really fantastic postcard that's blank on one side, has a big blank space. You can actually print out these labels and just pop the labels right onto them. Or you can actually have the scouts write on them, draw on them, whatever, inviting their friends to a unit activity, or just listing out your unit activities for the rest of the year. That'd be really fun too. So totally customizable. You can get those at cpcbsa.org/marketing. You can order them there. There's a link there to do so. Also, there's a little how-to guide on how we, the Cascade Pacific Council, can help you energize your social media. So basically it boils down to all you need to do is launch a Facebook page or an Instagram feed for your scout unit and make it public, and we'll help you post things there. So we have some fun quotes and scouty kinds of activities we will promote there. And so we will keep your news feed, if you will, just sort of energized, and you can of course add to it as well as you do activities too. The goal really is to just spread the good word about scouting, and you help us all do that by creating a Facebook page or an Instagram feed, and we can help you promote that. So check that out at cpcbsa.org/marketing. There's some examples there of how this works, of the units that are actually doing this. So it's pretty neat. Okay, a couple things about supporting scouting in the Cascade Pacific Council. Of course, you know about Camp for All. It is how we get all these awesome scouts to camp and give them an incredible experience. It's all about camping. So you can go to cpcbsa.org/camp4all for information on how you can support scouting if you're not already doing it. And the reason I think you should do it, if you haven't done it yet, is that we have a matching gift. So if you have not donated before, or you want to increase your donation, that will be matched. So it'll be doubled. How awesome is that? Okay, so enough on Camp for All. You know all about it, but it's great because all the money there goes to camp scholarships, everything related to camp. Also, sad to say, but you can't get into the shootout this year because we already have it full. It's full of teams that are doing the Sporting Clays Shootout for Kerr Contractors Sporting Clays Shootout in a couple of weeks here. It is awesome, but if you're interested in next year, you should go to cpcbsa.org/shootout, and maybe you can get on a wait list, or if you want to give us an auction item and support scouting that way, that'd be great because it is fun. We have a barbecue, we have an auction, and we have this awesome golf with guns, which is basically sporting clays, a huge array of sporting clays. It is incredible. It's golf with guns, literally. And so check that out at cpcbsa.org/shootout, and just keep that in the top of your mind for next year if you want to get a team together. Another way to support scouting here in the Cascade Pacific Council is actually put your name, a loved one's name, or just be a part of Camp Meriwether's history by putting your name or a loved one's name on a staff bunkhouse. Really a neat opportunity just to be a part of Camp Meriwether history. You can contact Mike Egan about that. He is at michael.egan, that's EGAN, at scouting.org, and he'll give you all the information on that. All right, now let's dive into Merit Badge Counselor Renewal, the process, how it works. We have Michelle Bauman's going to teach us all about that. Todd McDonald, our Director of Program and Member Experience, also is going to give us some information on some of the tools that we use and whatnot. Today, we're going to talk about what the requirements are of a Merit Badge Counselor and why we actually use Scout Community, this tool that we're going to show you today if you haven't seen it before. What is the renewal process? And we're going to answer your questions. I'm now going to hand the ball over to Miss Michelle Bauman here, and she's going to tell us more about the actual requirements of becoming a Merit Badge Counselor.
Thank you, Chris. The requirements to be a Merit Badge Counselor are: you have to be at least 18 years of age. You have to download an adult BSA application. You need to complete the youth protection training on my.scouting.org. And then you need to email that completed application and proof of your youth protection training to 492.membership@scouting.org. You can also drop it off at our office or mail it in. And then the last step is you need to create a profile in Scout Community at scoutcommunity.com if you don't already have one. If you already have a profile, you just need to add the position of District Merit Badge Counselor for whatever district you're in and select the merit badges you wish to counsel. And those are the requirements.
Great, thank you. Awesome. One second here. We're going to talk a little bit about Scout Community, the tool we actually use. We're going to go into that in just a moment as well. We'll let Todd give us some background and some information on Scout Community, because it is like, what is this, and why am I not using Scout Book, and how does that work? So Todd, let's make sure you can actually talk here. We had some technical.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we hear you great.
All right, fantastic. Well, hi, yeah, my name is Todd McDonald. I'm the Director of Program and Member Experience for the Council, and I would like to talk a little bit about how Scout Community came to be. Before, back in, I guess, a decade or so ago, to become a Merit Badge Counselor, you still had to fill out a Merit Badge application, and you still had to have the application and your youth protection completed. And then you had to hand in a paper form that said, these are the merit badges that you wanted to teach. And then each individual district had to take that paper form and update it into their own roster group, approve those, and then produce a merit badge counselor list that they would send out to everybody. And so, this is the reason for this is that every merit badge counselor not only has to be registered, not only has to have a valid YP training, they also must be approved by the district or council to teach the merit badges that they do. So what we like, for instance, we don't want somebody taking a bunch of scouts, out to a lake to teach them swimming merit badge and them not being a lifeguard, for instance. There has to be some sort of approval, and many of these merit badge counselors require a specialized skill or certificate. So what we decided to do is create this scoutcommunity.com that not only allows you to just take control of your own account. Once you log in, and the thing you have to know is you have to claim that in there that and we'll show you this here in a second, to be a merit badge counselor. And when you're all done with that, and then you pick your merit badges, somebody will then you get validated that your youth protection is good and you're and that you're registered. 2 is that you can put your merit badges in, and oftentimes you are approved to teach those merit badges like within a few days. And then now you become visible to the entire district immediately once all that is done, and also searchable council-wide if we're looking for a specialized counselor in what we do. It also is easy for you to tell us whether or not you want to only be a counselor for your unit, or if you'd be willing to counsel other people. All this stuff is handled much simpler on here. And then also, as part of the recertification, which we're going to talk about here, that has to happen every June, is that we need to make sure that that everybody, we're required to make sure that you self-select to continue as a merit badge counselor. And that's very hard to do through any other than an online system. And so then you need to also know that Scout Community is a little strange in that, though we've asked National to be able to link in directly with our national database, they have not allowed us to do so. So the wonderful Michelle Bauman on a weekly basis updates all the information in Scout Community through an upload. So that means that we've had people who have talked to us that said, hey, listen, I did my youth protection. I went on there and did it, and it says it won't find my youth protection. Well, it will if you wait until the end of the week, because that youth protection then will be on the next download, which is basically at the end of every week. Now, big question comes to me all the time. Why not just have this all happen in Scout Book? Well, you know what? That may be able to happen here at some point. But the challenge that Scout Book does not have is a way to, one, validate the counselors that are there and the merit badges that they're teaching. Also, it gets a little clunky from the standpoint of renewal. How do we do renewal in Scout Book? Right now, Scout Communities does all that way better, but it requires every merit badge counselor to take part in their piece. And so I understand it's another website that you have to learn. It can get a little confusing, which we understand. This webinar will be available henceforth and forevermore to be able to be used in people's use of Scout Community. So thank you for your patience and understanding. And let's go ahead and move on to Michelle to show us exactly how all this gets done.
Right. Yeah. So Michelle, if you want to just guide us through this, we'll have you tell us how to do it, and then we'll actually show everybody here in a moment.
All right. Thank you, Chris. But I do want to mention one thing. The other advantage of Scout Community is it is very, very user-friendly. The user itself can go into their own profile and update their positions and update their merit badges and their personal information. But if they update their personal information, they must let us know at the council office so that we can update My.Scouting. So both My.Scouting and Scout Community are both up to date. So if you do update your personal information, please let us know through an email or a telephone call to Sherry Burns or myself so that we can make that change. So now on to the renewal process. So it's 3 steps. The first step is you need to verify your youth protection status. You do that by logging into my.scouting.org. You click on the My Training, which is when you see the main screen on the top right, you'll see a little down arrow. You click on there, you click on My Training, and there will display your YPT status, your completion date and your expiration date. If the expiration date is before 7/1 of 2022, you will need to retake it. Step number 3, you need to log into scoutcommunity.com. You go to the My tab and then you click on Positions. You will see a green bar above where it lists your positions, and you click on the plus minus sign. It opens it up, and there you click on Yes or No, and you click on Save. The last step is after you log into Scout Community, you then send an email to the district advancement chair or merit badge coordinator of your district and let them know that you wish to continue as a merit badge counselor. And that's all there is to it.
That sure seems simple enough. Let's walk everybody through it here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my other screen, and we'll actually do this for realsies because I'm a merit badge counselor who needs to renew. So let's do it for real here. Let me share my .scouting here. Give me a second. All right, everybody should see that now. And so let's see here. We're going to go through the process. I'm going to log in, just like Michelle said. We'll do this here. We're going to log in, and it will send us to the home page, of course. And then we go, you said
upper right
to the right. Okay, click on that.
And my training.
My training, great. And looks like I'm all good through October 15th. Okay, so I'm good. So I don't need to retake anything. But if it was expiring before July 1st, I would need to retake it. And right, and go to this retake course. Good. Okay, great. So I'm good there. Now I'm going to go to scoutcommunity.com. Bing, there it is. Click on the login. And obviously we're choosing Cascade Pacific Council, so that's good. Click go. I'm going to log in. Okay, now
go to my and then positions.
My positions. Okay. Merit badge counselor renewal. I click on this plus, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so I click on the plus and down pops this. Do you wish to renew your merit badge counselor positions for the next term that starts July 1st, 2022? Please note your unit level merit badge counselor positions are not shown, but will be synchronized with your district choices. By renewing, you are opting in to continue to be a merit badge counselor for the Cascade Pacific Council. Okay. So now I click green, it says yes. And if I click no, then you guys want to know why, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm not dead yet, so I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to click yes because I want to be. So that's good. Okay, so I click yes. And I just save the choice. Boom. And that's it.
That is it.
Okay. And now, like you said, I now need to send an email to my district advancement chair or a merit badge coordinator saying that, and all I have to do is just say, yeah, I want to continue on.
Chris, there's really one other step you really ought to do. That she's right, but you probably ought to click on merit badges in the piece up on top.
Okay.
You probably want to make sure those are the ones you want to do, or if you want to add merit badges.
Yes.
Oh, good point. Okay, great. So I double check them. Awesome. And if I wanted to add some, I can just go through the process, which is great. Click on the
If you wanted to delete one, you could.
I can just click the X there.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. Cool.
All right. Love it. Well, gang, that was about as simple as it gets. It's funny, like I was all stressed out because I thought it would be a pain, but no, it's not. It's really, really easy. Okay, I'll stop sharing this screen. We'll go back to the other one here.
Now, the question that I get most often asked is, I don't see the bar on the profile. They have to have a district merit badge position listed in order to see the renewal bar on their profile under positions. So if it's not there and they are a merit badge counselor, they need to add that position for whatever district they're in of merit badge counselor so that they can renew.
Okay. Great. Okay, if anyone has questions here, you can go ahead, and we have some folks who join us today here live, so you can go ahead and throw questions into the chat or the Q&A if you like, gang, and we will get to those. I'm going to run over here to Facebook and see if there were any other questions as well. And let's see here. Great. Well, thanks. And thanks, Todd, for giving us just a lowdown as to why we use it. It makes sense. It really is easy when we are merit badge counselors to actually use it. That's for sure. So thanks for the insight on that. Let me go here and we'll just check and see if we have any questions. It does not appear so.
Chris, the one question I've been getting quite a bit
Questions,
is,
gang,
you know,
of
what is
folks
the
who are
what is
joining
the
us there on
requirement?
Facebook. I don't see any. Let's see. I'm not seeing any in the chat. And you know what that means is that it means that it was that easy. So thank you, Michelle, for walking us through this. And if you folks have questions, you can give Michelle a call here at 503-225-5714 or Michelle.Baumann, that's Baumann at scouting.org. And also you're going to receive emails. So if you're a merit badge counselor and you're listed as one, you'll be getting a whole bunch of email reminders from us. So check those out, check your spam filters, because the important thing in those emails actually are the links to your merit badge coordinator, so, and your advancement folks that you need to contact after you go through the process. So make sure you check that. If you know of any merit badge counselors, make sure they help us out, make sure that they know, because it is important. Oh, one other question, Michelle. So if we don't do it by July 1st, what happens?
You will get dropped and you will have to start all over with filling out an application.
Wow. Well, and that would not be good now, would it?
No.
All right. So thanks, gang. And thank
Chris,
you, Michelle.
I have two things, if you don't
Please.
mind. One is that we have sent emails currently to all of our current merit badge counselors that are in Scout community, and actually, and not, I guess. And you all, if you did not get one, please check your junk or spam folders, because we've been trying to communicate to you regularly, and your ability to get notifications from Scout community will definitely help you stay on track. And just since we've got a couple extra minutes here, I'd like to bring up a constant question that we're getting right now with regard to citizenship and society merit badge, and the merit badge, and what do you need to be able to teach that? And I don't know, Chris, if you still have your My.Scouting up and you can show that.
Yeah, give me one moment here.
There's a training on My.Scouting that you just need to complete. Once you've completed that training, then you are now eligible to take that training. And so go ahead and just hit the go back button right now. Yeah. Should see it in the bottom right, diversity, equity, and inclusion in scouting volunteer training, on the bottom right there. You take that training, and then you utilize the little certificate you get for that as your proof that you're certified to teach the training. That is all that you're required to do to be a merit badge counselor for that. Now, there's also, it's an interesting merit badge in that it requires, you still should read up on the requirements or the lack thereof, and how the process by which one earns that merit badge. But just if you have any challenges with that, don't hesitate to reach out to Michelle or myself. We're happy to help.
Excellent, thanks. And it only takes 30 minutes, it says. So boy, that's a piece of cake. Awesome. Okay, any other questions, gang? I do see, let's see, let me double check here. One more over on Facebook. I'm not seeing any here, so great. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. It always seems to throw me for a curveball, and it boggles my mind sometimes, but it's, and sometimes it's all my fault. Anyway, so, well, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. We do have some upcoming webinars planned here. May 11th, we're going to talk about powder horn training. So I mentioned that earlier. It is a great training program to help you create and craft just an awesome outdoor program. So we're going to talk about why should you even do that? So we're going to have a guest here to talk to us all about that. We're also going to have a guest talking to us on May 18th about how to foster pack volunteers, how to really motivate them, inspire them to keep helping out and moving forward. And on May 25th, of course, Mr. Todd McDonald and Chris Harold will join us for another summer camp update. We're coming down to the wire. It's so close. And so it's super exciting. I know the scouts are super excited about that. So I know I am too. It's going to be great. So thanks to all of you for joining us today. Thanks for the questions. Thanks so much, Michelle, for helping us out here. Sorry again for the technical difficulties here. And but we will get it all figured out for next time, hopefully. Anyway, thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate it. We will see you next time, next Wednesday at noon for our next webinar. Have a great week.